Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Tim here with another video, guys, and I have a really good one for you today. I want you to start your youth football program right now if you've been thinking about starting it. Now is the time, all right, guys? And I'm gonna tell you why in one sec. Before we get into this video, do me a solid, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You'll be doing me a solid. And even to jumpstart you off, get a free copy of my Beast Formation playbook that averaged me over 35 points a game and 72 points in my championship game. It is free to you. Just click on the second link in the description box. All right, guys. So why did I say start your youth football program or team right now? Because really, guys, at the end of the football season, or when only really, the playoffs teams are playing or championships are just ending, this is the best time because guess what? You got parents who are upset at other programs and they know they're going to move their kids to other teams. And guess what? This is the time to start a fresh new team that these parents can look at and say, you know what, I'm going to put my kid on this team that says, they recruit new kids. We're going to give kids the opportunity to play. We're going to give kids the opportunity to really have fun and learn the game of football. That's one of this is one of the best times to recruit kids, And guys, I'm here to tell you that, the first thing that you really want to do is really lock down what location you want to start your team. What location, I'm gonna tell you this right now, guys, is that when you're choosing location, make sure that location values sports, okay? Especially football, I've learned, guys, through the years that if you're in a location and they don't really value sports, sometimes it's hard to get the community behind you or the people that you really need behind you, supporting your program. So I would definitely say find a community that values football or at least values sports. Get close to that community as possible and start that team. All right, guys. And, now I want to talk to you guys about some fun stuff, branding your team. Guys, on the youth football level, you really can go at this two ways. All right, guys. The first way is you can start a team, create a cool name, whatever the name is. I've started teams that had the name of my favorite NFL team at the time, the Lions. I've seen youth programs start, programs after college teams, the Wolverines, the Crimson Tide. I've even seen youth football programs start team after, the weather that goes on in the area, the tornadoes, right? So, really, you can have fun with it if you want, and create the team, your own unique brand, your own unique style. Like us, I created a team called the East Side Warriors. There's not any Warriors located in my area that I know of in terms of team brand. So, East Side Warriors was a team that I created. We had our own brand and colors. It was blue and yellow, blue, yellow, and white, to be more specific. We had that Spartan look. We looked really good, and it caught the attention of people in the community. They're like, who is this team that's representing blue and yellow and looks like they're not even from around here, right? So, and it attracted kids. They wanted to put on that blue and yellow. And this the second option, guys, you can really kind of go with, is that you can become a feeder program for your local high school, or middle school even, That's what I decided to do this year. I wanted to be a feeder program for our local high school. And, great things happened. We built great relationships with the local high school to the point where I was, able to be on the coaching staff, have built great friendship with the head coach, and that's what you want. That's what you want. You know, you want to be able to put yourself in a position where you're building these relationships and partnerships with the local schools, you know. But I will say this, if you're going to do a feeder program, guys, make sure that high school especially is on board with what you're trying to do. Because sometimes the high schools, you know, they may charge you an arm and a leg to use their field. They may have certain restrictions. You know, they don't want you to, certain restrictions and rules they want you to abide by that may be unrealistic. So, you know, make sure before you start this feeder program, make sure the school is on board and they're all in with what you're doing. And the best way to do that is just set up a meeting with the principal or assistant principal. Usually the principal will take you in and talk to the principal. Don't talk to a teacher. You know, you can talk to the, you know, yeah, you can talk to the football coach. And then the football coach will tell you, you know, hey, look, you know, the principal's in control of all of this, you know. But, you know, many cases the football coach loved the idea because he's trying to get more talent on his team, you know. He loved the idea, and he may be, you know, vouch for you or be the middleman in some cases. In other cases, he'll let you know straight up, you know, the principal's over everything. You know, I don't really have a say in the administrative, you know, workings of things. You know, set up an appointment with the principal. I'm gonna tell you what I do, guys. I go straight to the principal first. I go to the principal first, and then I'll connect with the high school coach, and I kind of go from there. I like to go straight to who, you know, the decision maker, the head of the snake, so to speak, right? That's what I like to do. So yeah, so, you know, again, location, make sure you pick a good location that values football or values sports. Number 2, work on your branding. And number 3, and I know in the youth football world, people hate this word, but recruitment, player recruitment, guys, it's important to make sure kids know. And let me be clear. When I talk about recruitment, I'm not talking about stealing players from other teams or taking players or manipulating kids or calling parents and all of the crooked crap that I see coaches do, you know, especially on the youth level trying to get talent. They are so crooked that they will try to recruit a player off your team after a game. Ask me how I know. Happened this year. Had coaches trying to recruit players from my team after the game. Just absolutely just sickening, and just, to me, no integrity whatsoever. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about getting players who have a desire to play football, may have never played before, or kids who come from other teams but are not planning to play on that previous team for whatever reason. You know, I kind of made it's kind of a brand for me, to where I get a lot of kids off of teams who, you know, came from other teams that didn't get no playing time. And they come over to our team because one of my mottos is that every kid gets to play. And I stick to that. I make sure every kid gets a decent amount of playing time. You know, of course, every kid's not going to play the same amount of minutes. You know, they may not play, you know, offense, defense, or special teams, but this is what I try to do. I try to make sure, let's say I got a team of 25, I try to make sure those kids have the opportunity to play at least a series or 2, especially 2. I really aim for 2, at least 2 series of downs, either on defense or offense. Special teams, I know some of you guys will put y'all kids on special teams to just get playing time. I don't like that. You and I both know, if you just got a kid on kickoff return blocking, you know, he may get out there on the field 2 or 3 times if he's lucky. You know, I don't like doing that to the kids. I like making sure the kid get, you know, at least a series or 2 of downs where they don't come out, get a little playing time. Even if they come out there just standing up, don't know, have a clue what they're doing. You know, I put them in a position to just get out there and get some action between the X's and O's, the offense and defense, not just special teams. I don't like that. I don't think that's fair to the kid from a developmental standpoint. So, but you want to make sure you get yourself out there, and get these kids who want to play, get them now. One of the best things you can do, you can start doing little football workouts with them, once a week. Go out there every Saturday or Sunday, and throw the football around. That's how I started my first team, throwing the football around in the backyard at my house. And kids started to come, and that's how we started our first team and made it to the championship our first year. So it's a beautiful thing. You start early, guys. And then lastly, marketing, guys, marketing. This is important, particularly social media marketing. Let your friends and family know that you're starting a new football team. If you guys are trying to do basketball, starting a new basketball team, baseball team, and people, just because they know, like, and trust you, they'll let their kids play on your team. That's just how it works, guys. If they know, like, and trust you, they'll let their kids play. If they don't have kids, they'll try to find their cousins, their nephews, If you're playing if you're coaching softball, their nieces, their daughters. You got to get yourself out there and market. And I'm gonna make a video just on marketing your program. I think that's important. Knowing how to really utilize Facebook, especially. I find Facebook and Instagram being the most effective ways to really kind of create a buzz. And when you're marketing, guys, and I'm not gonna go too deep in details about this, but when you're marketing, I like to market to the parents. I like to speak the language of the parents. I like the parents to know that, okay, we are a safe, professional program for your kids to play in. But you have to figure out what your parents value. For me, I'm a coach, but I'm a dad. I got 2 girls who play softball, and I know what I'm looking for, in teams. I want coaches who are professional, who are friendly, who are competent, and who value my kids, my daughters. I'm not looking for coaches who are, cussing my kids out, and not valuing developmental aspects of the game. Because I want my kids to develop on the youth level. I want them to get fundamentally sound. I want them to be fundamental beasts at what they do on the youth level. So I want coaches who are about that life, because I'm about that life. And so that's it with this video, guys. I hope you got value. If you did, hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to my channel, guys. I hope you got value from this. Again, guys, pick a location that values football and sports. All right, guys, work on your branding. Go ahead and start with your branding now. What name you want your team to be? What color scheme do you want? Do you want your team to be a feeder program, or do you just want to start just a new, unique brand that's different from anybody else? I've done both. Both have their benefits, and both. The feeder program is great for relationship building. And of course, if you're starting your own team and branding, and brand, a lot of kids are attracted to that. Just because it's different and it's unique, guys. And then recruitment, guys, reach out to these kids. There's so many kids out here that's not doing nothing, especially since, the pandemic. There's a lot of kids just sitting on their, behind playing video games and haven't been playing. Get out there to those kids and see if they want to play football or play baseball or basketball or whatever sport that you're coaching. Get these kids active, right? And then, guys, marketing, guys. You want to market your program. Let people know what you're doing, who you are. Let them know you're coaching youth football, youth sports, period, whatever you're doing. Let these parents know, because if they know, like, and trust you, you're going to have kids that fall in your lap on accident. And all you need is 2 or 3, or if you got 4 like studs, man, you're gonna have a good season. All right, coaches. Again, guys, hit that like button if you got value from this video. Subscribe to my channel. Remember, be great, have fun, and beast out, guys. Peace.